All right, this is for lesson 4 and 5. So lesson 5 is just word problems. So really, I'm just showing the steps over lesson 4. They are still working with models on lesson 4. The only thing we've added here are mixed numbers. I've shown my students to take this whole number, cross it out, and bring it over here. We're going to save that for later. We're going to make models with 1/4 and 1/3 to find our common denominators. So I have 1/4 minus 1/3. I'm going to go across 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down 3. 1, 2, 3. Going to make my box for my model. And then I want to shade 1 out of 4. So I've got my 4 here. So I want 1 out of 4 and all the way down. I have a total of 12 boxes here. I can either count them or say 4 times 3. So now I know my denominator will be 12 for both. Then I'm going to see how many I shaded in. I shaded in a total of 3. Then I'm going to make my model for 1/3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need to shade 1 out of 3. So we have shaded a total of 4. So now I have 3 12ths minus 4 12ths. I cannot take 3 minus 4 at the moment in 5th grade. We can't do that because we don't work with negative numbers. But I can come over here and bring that 3/4. Remember, I have got to keep the same fraction here. So, oh, I'm sorry, not 3/4. 3 12ths. So we have got to keep the numbers in order so that we make sure that our fraction goes with that whole number that should be there. So I have 3 12ths minus 4 12ths. Now I'm going to take this whole number and I am going to kind of work backwards and I'm going to turn it into an improper fraction. So I'm going to look at my denominator, which is 12. I always ask my students, how many does it take me to fill a whole box? And they'll tell me that it takes 12. Whatever that denominator is, my numerator will be the same. Then I'm going to bring the 3 12ths with me. I'm going to add those together, and I get 15 out of 12. And then I'm going to bring this down and subtract it. And now I can do that subtraction. I have 15 minus 4, which is 11 over 12. So all we're doing this time is adding in mixed numbers, and we just got to know how to work with those mixed numbers. They do show ways to work with models with the whole number, or sorry, with the mixed number. Depending on teacher, they might have showed it a little bit different way, but whichever way you get it, that's the way you're going to want to work that out. So let's do another example. I have 1 3/8 minus 1/2. So again, I'm going to bring this guy off to the side, save him till later. I have 3/8 and 1/2. So 3/8, 1/2. So I want to go 8 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 down. 1, 2. And then I'm going to shade in 3 out of 8. So 1, 2, 3, and all the way down. If I look here, 8 times 2 is 16. So my denominator will be 16. Then I can count, or I can say 3 times 2 is 6. Or if I count the boxes, I should have 6. Now we're going to do the opposite and do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we shall make that model. And I need to shade in 1 out of 2. So 1 all the way down. I've shaded in a total of 8 boxes. So again, I cannot do 6 minus 8, so I do need that whole number to help me out. So I have 6 over 16 and 8 over 16. Remember that 6 over 16 goes with that 1, minus 8 over 16. Now I'm going to come here and make this an improper fraction. So I have 16 over 16 plus 6 over 16. So I get 22 over 16 minus 8 over 16. So that will equal 14 over 16. Now they do need to understand how to simplify. Depending on teachers, they might be shown a little bit different way to do this, but I like to do 1 times 14, 2 times 7, and then I can look here, I can do 1 times 16, I can do 2 times 8, I can do 4 times 4. I'll look here and see that they both have a 1. They both do not have a 14. They both have a 2. So I am going to take the biggest number out of what they both share, which is 2. That is my GCF. Box those in. Circle my partners, and my partners will be my answer for my simplification. So I've got 14 out of 16 and 7 out of 8. So really the modeling is the same, as long as we just remember to kind of take that whole number and bring him over. That's really the only difference that we're doing. They do learn in the next lesson on what to do with those if we're not making models. They're going to have common denominators, so they'll kind of work with that. And I will show that in lesson 6.